Hey, how's it going, guys? Just wanted to make a quick video here of the Badger 18 progress. As you can see, I've laid up some fiberglass down on the bottom. Basically just laid it flat and cut out a little template and laid some fiberglass chop strand mat, as you can see over there, and then the cloth over that. And this is kind of the end result. You can see the epoxy wasn't quite even over here. Not a big deal though. It's all gonna get sanded down anyways, but not too wavy or anything. Pretty smooth, super strong. Built up quite a few layers on the back here, so still have to trim all this obviously. But before I do any of that, I'm gonna actually, I've already cut out my cloth. Now I need to get some mat and pretty much saturate this whole area here. I also have to do the inside. So yeah, we'll see how this thing turns out. I'm thinking about doing a little TFL outboard motor off the back, so that should be pretty fun. But yeah, I did my hatch as well. So this is all solid now. I'm gonna have to do the bottom. It's all laminated, but yeah, so pretty much like that. The hole came out really good though. It's pretty straight, so I'm happy with that. Looking forward to seeing how this thing will run. So I basically just used some like tabletop style epoxy. Seems to work fine. It's super hard and it's sturdy. I mean, this is not brittle at all. And I think once I do the inside layer, and then you kind of got like this laminate cardboard as like an insert, this thing should be super strong and should never break on me. But that's the goal. Alright, I'll keep updating on progress. Alright, what's up guys? Another update here. And I've gotten the top layer on. It's pretty much dry already. Didn't come out quite as good as the bottom. Got a lot of high spots, but I'm gonna have to sand it out. I'm gonna have to take the Dremel and cut all this out around here so I can get my hatch to fit properly. But other than that, not too bad. It's solid. So, and then I also did the inside. It's kind of hard to see. Kind of see it there. All up around the sides. Both sides. Yeah, it should be really strong. Bottom came out really good. A few little high spots right here, but I'm gonna sand this all down, so should work well. The back's pretty straight. It's hard to tell. Yeah, so tomorrow I have to trim the whole inside and this outer edge here, and then we'll go from there. All right. Alright guys, so this is what I got so far. A lot of sanding. And as you can see, there's still some low spots, not a big deal. Some on the back as well. I pretty much got the hatch hole all the way cut out. I just need to trim this back piece here and it'll sit flush. Gotta clean this out. Still working. Got a lot of work to do actually. But yeah, that's kind of what I got so far. Got the sides all trimmed. Doesn't look too bad. It's solid. But should be good. Thick. So I don't think I should have any problems. Yeah, there's some dust. Clean that up. But yeah, it's solid. Like even the edges here, like you can't even push them. So I think it's gonna be all right. And I do have a little bit of a fret there, all the way around, so it's not completely shallow. It's a deep V for sure. I was kind of worried about the amount of V this thing is, but I think it should be okay. It's pretty straight. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working away at this thing, and hopefully it turns out to be cool. Gotta order my little outboard motor. I need an ESC. Offshore Electric seems to be out of 90 amp, and can't really find them on Hobby King, so might have to go on eBay or something. But yeah, so that's it for now. Alright guys, so this is what I got so far. After a bunch of sanding and re-epoxying, and I still couldn't get all the low spots out, and I got to the point where I was just getting frustrated, and I realized that it's just cardboard. And a lot of this is probably because, as you can see here, the cardboard probably warped after that first layer of epoxy, and that's what caused the wavy effect. So I'm just like chasing the tail of the dragon, trying to fix all these divots and stuff. So yeah, I just sprayed some blue metallic paint on here. As you can see, yeah, there's a lot of low and high spots. It's not gonna be perfect. Unfortunately, the bottom got kind of fucking destroyed. It was pretty hot outside yesterday, and I painted it, and mind you, I had let this dry for probably, I don't know, hour and a half, and touched it. It was completely dry. I'm like, all right, cool. Wasn't really tacky, but I guess because the paint was still hot, it was soft enough to where when I put it on the stand, it made some marks. Luckily, it's like not really on the writing surface. This is not gonna do much. I sanded it. So, but yeah, you can see all my little low and high spots. Doesn't look the prettiest, but it is straight. So that was the most important part. The back of it, it's straight enough for me to attach an outboard to it right there in the middle. So I'm not happy with it, but I'm not mad either, you know? It's kind of one of them things where it's a trial and error, and sometimes things work and sometimes they don't. And this is a one time where a lot of what I was trying to do did not work. But the boat's together. As you can see here, there was like an air pocket, so I'm gonna have to fill that in. Not a big deal though. The hole is sealed. It's all coated in epoxy, the entire thing. These are just little air pockets from the epoxy when it was curing, and obviously when I started sanding back the rim here, or the edge, I wanted it all to look even, obviously, and that's when I started seeing those little open spots. Also, there's another little pinhole right here, so that I'm gonna have to fill in as well. But I'm not really too worried about that, because my outboard's going to be bolted right here in the middle, and that's where it's strongest. Yeah, you can see the little divot right here too. I gave up. I got tired of sanding. But all in all, it's not terrible looking. From a distance, as you can see, it looks pretty uniform and all one color. Uh, it'll look sparkly in the sun, so that's cool. But yeah, so that's pretty much the build for right now. I have to wait until I can get some parts, clean this all up in the inside. I actually got some like weather stripping, so I'm gonna be putting that all around the edge here, and then hopefully that'll make a nice seal with this here. But all in all, not bad. Plenty of room in here to work. Got plenty of room up here for a battery tray. That's basically all I need is a battery tray, spot for my ESC, and I'm probably gonna mount my servo directly in the middle. But yeah, other than how this thing looks, it's honestly really strong. So like I said before, yeah, I'm gonna have to glue this in. This is just it was being held in by some tape. Or I could just epoxy it. Either way. But that's just gonna be holding the hatch on. But yeah, you know, it's strong where it needs to be, especially back here. Transom, like I said, I like triple, quadruple layered it. So that's another reason why it's a little bumpy back there, because the fiberglass mat, well, I should say the chop strand didn't really smooth out. Honestly, this is the worst spot right here. And that's just where the boat was laying down when I was epoxying it, and it left like an indentation from the plastic. So, and yeah, there's a little divot here. There's one on this side too. So it just kind of didn't come out as good as I was hoping. But yeah, you know, it's one of those things. So once I start getting some parts accumulated for this thing, then I'll make some more videos of me putting it all together, and then a maiden voyage just to see how she runs. It's just gonna be a 3S boat, nothing extravagant. I think that TFL outboard comes with like a little 3000 kV outrunner. Who knows, we might upgrade that to the future. I don't know, maybe do a little bit lower kV and, you know, more amperage and wattage and see what happens. But yeah, so it should be fun. It's been a lot more tedious project than I was hoping, but it looks cool, man. And I'm still gonna stick with the name, the Badger. So yeah, we'll see what we come up with. Alright, so here's my decals I've come up with. Now that it's on here, it actually doesn't look bad at all. See, it says Badger 18. And I put like XL over here on the side just to kind of set it off a little bit. And it says Badger in the back as well. So not as bad looking with the decals. I'm actually kind of liking this thing. It's hard to tell. Can't really see the metallic right now. But yeah, it's turning out okay.